Dear students, today we see the next topic in Unit 2, that is the races of man. As you can see the picture first, what is this races of man here? What you see, you are observing the five faces of the human being. So these are the faces, different faces, and these types of peoples are present on this earth. So these are the races of man, means types. All are Homo sapiens. Now human beings, current human beings, Homo sapiens. So the fact that human populations of different countries are visibly and genetically different. So they are looking different, genetically different, is then a reflection of the diversity of environments of these countries. So what is this actually? The environmental effect you can see here. As per that, the human beings are there. You know that skin color. Human races have developed through the adaptation of human populations to their surrounding naturally. So what means here, the human races have developed through the adaptations of human populations to their surroundings. Means there is a direct effect of the environmental surroundings on the human beings, and human beings try to adapt that situation, environmental situation. As per that, there is a structure is there. So this is the little summary of the races of man. Now we see students, these notes are very lengthy, so you don't you just try to cut these notes and you take out your own notes shortcut. Okay, these are very long. Here I am giving all these photocopies of this lecture, so you keep in mind. Now we start the one by one. So the negroid, mongoloid, white or caucasoid, australoid, American Indian, and Polynesian. These are the races of man present on this earth. So these are six races scheme obviously fails to do the justice to differences easily observable among the human population. So first of all we start the Caucasian race. So here the photograph, you can observe the photograph first. See here, the Caucasian, that is the first one. Caucasoid or Caucasian race is the general physical type of some of or all of the populations of Europe, North Africa, the Horn of Africa, Western Asia, Central Asia, and South Asia. So these are the so this is the population where these human beings are observed. Europe, North America. Now the term Caucasian race was coined by the German philosopher Christopher Meiners in his book in 1785. So, relation to whiteness. They are white people, European peoples are white. So, in this earlier racial topology, Meiners put forth that Caucasians had the whitest, most blooming, most delicate skin. Europeans with darker skin he considered as a dirty whites admixed with Mongolians. Such views were typical of early scientific attempts of racial classification, where skin pigmentation was regarded as the main difference between the races. You know that. Actually, nowadays, with the help of science, what is this races of man? But here, the mostly it depends upon the skin color, and the skin color is depend on the pigmentation, melanin pigment in our skin. So now we see here the classification conceived as one of the great races alongside Mongoloid and Negroid. It was taken to consist of a number of sub-races. The Caucasoid people were usually divided in three groups: Aryan, that is Indo-European; Semitic, that is Semitic languages; and Hamitic languages, that is Berber, Cushitic, and Egyptian. So these three sub races are present. Origin: physical anthropology generally considered Cro-Magnons, who emerged during the Upper Paleolithic, as the earliest or prototype representatives of the Caucasoid race, and in a study of Cro-Magnon crania have noted that Upper Paleolithic crania are, for the most part, larger, more generalized version of the recent Europeans. Okay, this is all about the Caucasoid race. Now the Negroid race. So the written material is too much long. Keep in mind you have to short if you write. Otherwise you do the main thing. Now Negroid race is term that used to some forensic and physical anthropologists to refer to the individuals and populations that share certain morphological and skeletal traits that are frequent among the most population in sub-Saharan Africa. So most of all, this population we get in the Africa. The word is formed by the base negro, which means black in Spanish, and suffix oid means resembling. So it is mostly present in the Africa continent. Now here in the sub-races, the sub-races considered, that is the Sudanic, Capoid, Congoid. These are the sub-races. Physical features. In modern anthropometry, Negroid describes features that typically skulls of black people. These include broad and round nasal cavity, no dam or nasal seal. So naturally, when you observe the few photos of the sea, the nasal canal is too wide. Hair texture. Afro textured hair is tightly coiled, kinky hair. You know that the Negroes are having the tightly coiled hairs. Skin pigmentation. Naturally, the skin pigmentation in Negroid population varies from very dark brown to light brown. Okay. Then Mongoloid race. Mongoloid. Mongoloid is the general physical type of some of all population in East Asia, Central Asia, Southeast Asia, Siberia, and Arctic. The word is formed by the base word Mongol and suffix oid, which means resembling. So, therefore, the term literally means resembling Mongols. That is a Mongoloid race. The features of Mongoloid is what? According to some anthropologists, Mongoloid are characterized by absent brow ridges. Mongoloid people had 20% higher bone density as the angle of the mandible, where compared to the Caucasoid people. Here, the Mongoloid people are fairly large, mesocranic skull, and protruding cheekbones. Nasal bones that are flat and broad, and nasal bridge that is slightly concave without depression in the nasal. Okay, so you know that by observing, you will automatically get the idea. So, this is all about the Mongoloid. Then we come to the Australoid race. The Australoid race is a broad racial classification. The concept originated with topological method, that is racial classification, and you will get these people having the dark skin with wavy hair in the case of Bedoid race of South Asia, including the people of Sri Lanka and Aboriginal Australians, or hair ranging from straight to kinky in case of the Melanesian and Negrito groups. So here you will get the physical features of these people like that. The forensic anthropologist, the Coraline Wilkinson wrote in 2004 that Australians have the largest brow ridges. Then the Caucasoid have the second largest brow ridges, and Negroid have the third largest brow ridges with an undulating supraorbital ridge. So this is the Australoid race. So up till now you studied about this. How many races? The Caucasian, then Negroid, two, third Mongoloid, then the Australoid race. So here, are humans races are valid idea? The question is there, are human races a valid idea? The idea that there were kinds of humans was recognized in European writing in the early 16th. At this time, the distinction between the species and races was not well defined. So, Africans, Asians, Native Americans, Mongolians that we call. But actually, see here the written material is too much long. So, for you people here, I am giving you, if you want, you should write by observing from the mobile. Otherwise, you leave it. But now we discuss about this. This is all about this point. But when you consider, just I have told you in the genetic evolution or microevolution or evolution of the animal. So, the firstly, I told you that the structure of the animals totally depend upon the environmental conditions first. So, whatever the human being, we are genetically same. Number of chromosomes are same. Still, we are different. So, why we are different? Because of environmental condition. So, too much hot areas are there in Africa and part of India, the blackish skin is there. In Europe, the whitish people are there. So, because the very chilled environmental is there, so their skin remain covered with the clothes. So, this is the environmental effect. And last time we studied this evolution by means of genetics. Genetics, what happened? So, in the genetics, if suppose there is a mutation, changes in the chromosome structure, changes in the DNA structure, that will change your phenotypically changes you can see. That is the evolution, and that is inherited. That is inherited, and we get the human different structures. So, what are the human races? Lastly, the evidence at this point shows that there are genetically defined human groups, but these groups are many, diverse, and overlapping. The typical race categories accepted by society today are not clearly defined genetic groups and are not good summary of human genetic diversity. So this means that genetically we are same, but structurally because of environment we are different. That's why these races are there. So small changes you can see on external side. Okay, here we finish the unit 2, and next time I will start unit 3. Thank you.